Welcome to another episode of the Pencil Pushers Project. If this is your first time listening to our podcast, we thank you for joining us. I am one of the hosts, Jay, and I am joined by my co-host, Zay. Zay, what's up with you, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, you walked in, I was taking a nap. But, you know, I'm here now. I'm here for the team.
I had to bang on that door like the fucking
Yo,
feds.
you was banging on the door. Man, you like you was there for that long. You was there for like, what, 10 seconds?
I wasn't there long, but normally when I come to the door, I be hearing, like, you be having music blasting. Like, I can hear you when I park normally. And so, like, I was just like, and then I ain't see your vehicle.
Oh.
So I was like, damn, maybe he might not be home. Anyway, so I got to the door. I didn't hear nothing.
I was right on that couch.
Yeah, and I was like,
knocked out.
Yeah. So hey, it was all dark in here, you know. Like, hey, I thought you was going through something, man. I was like, hey, man, hey, brother, I can come back. We can record it. Look, man, we can record another day. If you're going through something, brother, I'll pray for you.
Nah, I was chilling. Well,
I
was asleep.
You was napping, but it's all good.
How you doing?
I'm doing, man. This morning was kind of crazy. We had an internet outage, bro. Like, I was like 3 hours without internet, and which is not a big deal in certain cases, but I've been doing virtual training sessions.
Okay.
So that's like internet's an important thing for me. So I had to like reschedule them appointments because of that. I was gonna use my phone, but where I'm at, my service is awful. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer.
So I came in here the other day to eat a Jolly Rancher, and I noticed something very peculiar.
What's that?
You niggas ate all the watermelons.
Yo.
Hey,
we are who we are, Doc.
I literally came. I was like, damn, I want a watermelon Jolly Rancher. Looked in a bowl. I saw straight green apples, and I'm like, these motherfuckers.
We can't even run from the stereotype. Damn, bro.
We
can't even escape this shit. Oh, there's a lot of there's a couple of grapes in here too for you grape loving niggas. There's a couple. Have at it. But yeah, I'm looking for the blue raspberries, but I think I probably killed like the rest of those. So yeah, there's green apples left. There's these mixed Starbursts that.
Man, fuck those Starbursts.
Agreed.
They played us. Or they played me.
They played you.
They
Got you with them little dual colors, man.
Hey man, it's 4 flavors.
Hey bro, November 1st we finna go crazy. Candy 50% off.
Huh?
November 1st we finna go crazy. Candy 50% off.
Why?
You ever bought candy after Halloween?
Oh.
they giving it away.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
We get this shit for 50 cents. Yeah, bro, that's the best time to get candy, bro. Like, yeah, after Halloween, man.
It's about to be lit.
Yeah, they trying to give all that stuff away, bro. All right, so for the new listeners, once again, we thank you for tuning in. This podcast is a range of topics from music, current events, sports, entertainment, so on and so forth. So just strap in, buckle yourselves up. And we'll also have timestamps in the description. So if you want to check out a particular topic, just scroll through the description and find the topic that interests you. Click on that timestamp and enjoy. Also in the description, we will have our social media links. Basically, you can find us on different DSPs and social media platforms. We appreciate the follows, the likes, the reshares, so on and so forth. And we got the Patreon coming soon, so just bear with us for that. We have a lot of things we actually are looking to try to start in the beginning of the next year. COVID kind of kicked us in the butt, but, you know, that's nothing that's going to slow us down going into next year. So we got Patreon, merch, some live stuff. We're going to be doing some more things that are going to interact with the audience. So definitely interact with us if you're looking to be a part of that. Of course, our most loyal supporters, we will be definitely looking out for y'all with different games, different prizes, different giveaways and stuff like that. So
giving you niggas 2% off.
Hey,
you got 2% off all merch.
Hey, 2 is better than nothing.
2 is better than nothing.
Hey, so, but we do appreciate you guys for listening. So, you were pretty excited today to get into. We just want to get into the music, man. We can just
we can hop straight into it.
All right, so we'll save your boy for last. Your boy being Ty Dolla. We'll get to him in a second. But first things first. You said where you at with Dej Loaf CD? Are you? You almost finished. You.
I made it to Tap In.
All right. So
what about you?
Let me set it up first.
I made it to track 11 out of 16.
Gotcha. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Dej Loaf. This is actually her debut album. Believe it or not, she's been in the game for as long as she's been in the game. Cell Soul 2 is basically a follow-up to her Cell Soul mixtape when she first came out. That's like 5 or 6 years ago. So this is actually her.
Came out a while ago.
Yeah. So this actually is her debut project. Believe it or not. So we'll go ahead and start with this one first. So 16 songs, and I am actually not that far from you. I got to Just Like Me, which is track 13.
Oh, okay.
And what you think about it so far from what you heard?
I like it. I mean, it's good. She definitely has a unique flow and style. She can rap. I think she can sort of sing. She seems like she can sing. She's a good harmonizer. That's what I'm looking
at. I agree with that.
You know, she when it comes down to female rappers, she's not a name that you really hear that often, and that's not really her fault. I think that was more so like label issues.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she clearly somebody recognizes in her because this guest list is pretty crazy.
She's been tapped in for a while. So
yeah. So obviously, you know, she definitely has garnered the respect amongst the elite. The really surprising guest feature I saw was the Griselda feature. I didn't see that one coming.
Well, I was actually taken aback before that because she was on Conway's project. Yeah. So that was the first time that I was taken aback. But now seeing this in the aftermath, I was like, okay. There is a connection. I believe she's from Detroit.
Yes,
so there is the Boldy connection because he's also a Detroit rapper. So that could be a connection in that piece of it. But yeah, her feature list is pretty.
It's stacked.
Yeah, no doubt.
And what I liked about it was she still had, even with a stacked feature list, she still had a good amount of songs that was just her too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song with Big Sean.
Oh, IDK?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's just hard, for sure.
But you know, like I said, so I haven't made it through the album, so I can't sit here and give a definitive review. But so far, I am enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like every track I've heard so far. I can live without. And Bubbly.
Yeah,
there's a couple songs I could live without.
Yeah,
so far, but I mean, it's pretty impressive, honestly. And like I said, she's never been at the top of my list, but it's not because I think she's bad. It's just like she's never given me like a disappointing or a reason not to listen to her.
Mm-hmm. She's always had like these lyrics that are like the way she raps is kind of like she's not trying, but it should be like so like smooth. Like she has a certain like swagger about her. You know what I'm saying? Like the Queen song, for example. These bars,
Queen was good.
It's the chorus is like it's certain rappers it would be considered cheesy, but for her it's kind of semi funny but semi kind of like swag too. Like the Queen and UNITY bar, I'll be with some trouble man just like T.I. I'm the queen bee, I got my own beehive. Punch them down like Ali, put them killers on your behind. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to sound corny, but I kind of believe she'll do that. So I'm not gonna.
No, she. That's the thing about her. I think she's very convincing.
Yeah, like
she sounds very convincing.
Yeah, like I believe she would put killers on me. So I'm not even gonna kill that bar because I don't want no trouble with Dej. But yeah, man, like I'm not the biggest fan of hers, but I can definitely kind of echo your sentiments about just how she kind of harmonizes and does things with like her rapping and her singing kind of together. There was an artist a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Cash Page, that I think I mentioned on one of the episodes.
Yeah.
And Cash Page kind of gave me Dej Loaf vibes when I heard like some of her songs. So I think Dej Loaf, even like in her tenure as an artist, she definitely has a certain level, I think, of influence amongst other artists. Female and male, I would say, but like you, I haven't finished the whole thing, so I'm not going to rate it. I will say that going into the second half of the project, I'm not as excited as I was in the beginning.
Yeah,
that Open Hand song with Rick Ross,
is it good?
I did not like that song.
Really?
No. I was disappointed too because I just knew that was going to be a good ass song. And coming off of Tap In, which Tap In I think is a really good song.
Tap In was good.
So I'm thinking like, okay, this shit's finna start revving up. Because now I'm starting to see like this later half of the album has more feature heavy songs. Mm-hmm. So you have the 42 Doug and Sada Baby from Tap In. You have Open Hand with Rick Ross. Then you got Get Money with Benny the Butcher, Boldy James, and Conway. Even Get Money was kind of lackluster. Like the beat was kind of somber. The bars were just so. And for that ensemble of, and I hate to say this because you know me, bro. You know how I feel about. Yeah, exactly. So my expectations, I think, were really high for that song, and it was just really, really disappointing. And then Just Like Me, I haven't finished just yet. So the last 4 tracks, I can't really speak on. I am interested to see that the last track has Her in Black on it.
I'm curious about what.
So I'm interested to see how that's gonna pan out. But all in all, for me, the album starts really, really well. Like you, I like IDK. Big Sean's verse I thought was really good.
Really good. It's that flow in the beginning.
Yeah.
Of his verse. Yeah.
He's good at that, man. Just switching up his flows and stuff. It ain't even just like the bars. It's like the way he's able to just kind of switch his flow up throughout the songs.
Yeah. I
think is really impressive. Tap In again, really good song. And like I said, you know, for me, as a debut project for her, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not gonna say I love it, but it's not a bad effort. Some of the features, like I said, I think some of them maybe hurt her. I feel like, again, the production on Open Hand didn't really, even like the riff was it's like a very like kind of dark sounding kind of like sound to it, and you know her voice is a little bit more colorful and how she just able to kind of accentuate it, and I don't think that beat was able to allow her to do that. And then again, Get Money just was kind of something that was underwhelming for me. But again, I still have 4 songs left to go, so I don't have a rating just yet on this project, but I do think that it definitely shows, at least in the beginning, why she blew up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Just because of her sound and her uniqueness. So that's where I'm at with it. Any other thoughts you got on the project?
I gotta finish it. You kind of set my expectations pretty low for the rest of the album.
Sorry, dog.
Not gonna lie to you.
Sorry.
I was looking forward to the Griselda song.
I mean, you may have a different take on it. Like I said, for me, just off of what I came away from it empty. So that was just kind of how I felt about it.
Right.
So yeah, that was kind of where I was at with it. But we will move on. I know we're gonna finish it. We're not gonna come back to it on the podcast, but if you guys like Dej Loaf, listen to it, support her. I definitely would say that. Let's move on to They.
I didn't make it to this.
So I did.
I heard the song with Wale though.
Yeah, I've heard a couple songs. The SCCU, which is short for Shoot the Club Up with Juicy J. I heard that song before. So this is I want to say their second album.
It's their second.
Yeah. So, the last project that I heard from them was I think it was a mixtape, but it had the mixtape had Wilt Chamberlain on it. It had a couple of songs with Jeremiah on it. It was really good. But so yeah, it's a 10-song project, the Amanda tape. For me, I like it. This is, to me, it's a good blend of 90-ish R&B with a modern feel to it. So some of it, I think if you are not a big fan of theirs, may sound a little generic. But for me, it's kind of like it's a good staple for them. Like I feel like they kind of stand out a little bit in that regard. Well, not completely. I get a little bit of like Division vibes from some of the songs.
Isn't it a producer singer combo like them? Or no?
No. I think they're both artists. I mean, like I think they both are singers on it. I don't think it's like Division where one's a producer, one's a singer. I could be wrong on that. I just actually kind of caught wave of them maybe a couple years ago, so I'm not that tapped into them. But solid body of work, man. I did listen to the whole thing. It is 10 songs. So some of my favorite songs on here, The Moment, Count Me In, Shoot the Club Up with Juicy J is really good song. I like Mood Swings. I like On, and I like FWM, which is acronym for Fuck With Me. The Wale song was cool. I can't really say, honestly, I didn't really love that song, but it's a cool song. And the outro, or the last song, Conclude, was okay. But again, all in all, it's a good, definitely a good car album. Definitely a good, hell, I would say if you hanging out with your friends, kick back, playing cars, shit like that. It kind of gives you that type of vibe listening to it. Yeah, it's a pretty solid body of work, man. Solid project. If I had to rate it, I would say 8. I would say 8. Like I said, for me, some of the production, like I said, it lends to a bridge of sorts with the 90s R&B vibes without like outright just sampling songs from the 90s type of thing.
Okay.
So it's like it gives that feel without actually like just basically just taking a song from the 90s and just sampling it. And they sound good. Like I said, I think they for a duo, it's interesting seeing a R&B duo. Usually, it's either a group or individual. So
yeah,
to see a duo is pretty fascinating. But I think some of the songs that will probably go is "Shoot the Club Up" and "All Mine." All Mine, I like, it's a men's empowerment. I'm looking for the men's empowerment songs right now.
Yeah,
and we'll get to a few of those in the Ty Dolla segment. Yeah. So I'm
men's empowerment.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
We don't have enough of those.
Yeah, enough. Yeah. So yeah. But I would say check it out. I know you haven't heard it, so I won't dwell too long on it. And I know you're excited to get to your boy.
The boy.
All right, not the boy.
Ty
Drake is the.
You're right. Drake is the boy.
Yeah, another boy.
Yeah. Is he featuring boy?
The feature boy.
Feature boy.
The feature man.
Boy feature.
All right, so Ty Dolla $ign and a very straight to the point album title featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
What a that was so creative. I gotta give him that one.
Well,
he deserves a hand clap for that one.
Well, to me, it's one of those things where like you kind of own your reputation.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm the feature guy. So, I'll let you start, man. I'll let you lead. I know you.
Nah, man. You go first. They're not ready for me.
Well, all right.
you know what? Whatever. I'll go first. So
no, I'll go because I don't want to.
Well, I'm introducing it. LA's very own multi-instrumentalist, singer, writer, producer, composer. You name it, he's did it except dance.
Except dance. Yeah.
Except dance. Possibly is he in the gang? I don't think he is. Ty Dolla $ign featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
What's his real name?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I thought you were say his first name, Tyrone.
I think. Wait, isn't his first name like in the?
Oh, it's Tyrone.
It's Tyrone.
Yeah,
Tyrone. Tyrone Dolla $ign.
Yeah, it is Tyrone.
What's his name? Tyrone
William Griffith.
Tyrone
Griffin,
William Griffith.
Griffin
Jr. What if that would have said senior? That would have fucked us up. We would have been like, what? Senior?
At least he owning it. Most niggas don't say senior unless they claiming the kids. So
this is his 4th studio album out of 2 extended EPs. Wait, that's the same shit. Out of 2 EPs, 7 mixtapes, 42 singles. Ty Dolla. Take it away, Jay.
Ty Dolla. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this project, the first thing that jumped out to me was the number of songs. You know how I feel about the amount of music.
Yeah.
So I see 25 songs.
Yeah, I got kind of worried.
And I got a little freaked out. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, yo, this is a lot of songs. Secondly, excuse me, I look at the track list. I know you're the feature guy, but goddamn, you featuring a lot of features. So
that's all the niggas that owe them favors.
That's I think yeah. So the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, this was him doing all those free verses, and now he's coming back to collect.
Yep.
I don't know what he did for Music Soul Child, but he was like, yeah, you owe me
too.
He
probably wrote for that nigga.
Yeah, you owe me too. So
that was such a random feature. Rose Music.
Hey, I'm with it. That's one of the best songs on the project to me.
Boy,
that's one of the best songs on the project. All right, so we go into the intro. Is obviously the intro. Nothing really to speak on in there. Status is another shorter. Well, it's not really a song. I mean, it's out a minute, less than 2 minutes. Then we get into Temptations with Kid Cudi. This is like one of the best songs on the project.
Easily.
Top 3. Definitely top 5. We can argue top 3, but he did his thing. Cudi did his thing. And one of the things I liked about this project too is like the sequencing or the transitioning into like the next song. You really didn't get like any room to breathe, which is almost like kind of not reminiscent, but kind of like the vibe of like a playlist, right? So like as soon as one song is over with, it's transition. Like I'm looking, I'm like, yo, what song are we on? Because the transitions are just like very much. They just want you to listen to this all in one go. They don't want you to pause for nothing. So there's no fading out really. There's no nothing. They're just kind of like, yo, the music changes. All of a sudden you look up, we on track 5. So
it was mixed really well.
Yeah. So the sequencing is really good. The transitioning into the next songs I thought was really dope. To like like I said, I feel like they want you to listen to this all in one experience.
Yeah.
Which is why I think, because when you break down the 25 songs, they're all short. Like, well, most of them are short. Let me say it like that. There's maybe a couple songs that go over 3 minutes, but the rest of them are 2.5 minutes on average. Some of my, again, standout songs for me, Temptations is fire. Track 6 is probably the best song.
Track 6 is amazing.
Track 6 is probably the best song on the project.
Oh my God.
For me.
Track 6 is so amazing.
Every feature murdered that shit. Innocent Pac.
And the sound. Like the production.
Yeah. When they get into that transition into Anderson's verse.
Yeah. That's the transition.
And then the transition into Thundercat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. It was
flawless.
And they were able to take those sounds and, I want to use this word because I know it's a cliche word, cohesive, but they made it a really, really dope song. My only beef with this song is that it's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
They could have made that song like 6 minutes.
That could have been the song that was like a 4 minute song. Let's see. Double R with Lil Durk.
That was hard.
That's a good song.
That was hard.
Oh man. And then we get into man empowerment.
I like that Burner Boy interlude too. Man.
That was pretty fire.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty fire. Tyrone 2021.
You know, I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
so hyped about it.
I know you are. I try to let you go. All right, Tyrone 2021. Gentlemen.
Yes.
They have WAP.
Yes.
We have Tyrone 2021.
We needed it.
Women. Stay out of men's business. Ain't that what y'all tell us?
That Tyrone 2021.
Such a masterful craft of production.
And manliness. And
greatly written. Greatly executed.
I felt every word of that shit.
Gentlemen. It's our time to shine now.
You're not playing this song on the radio.
This is exactly.
You're not playing this on the radio.
If any woman tells you this is toxic, she's lying. She's a hit dog hollering. Don't
let them discourage you.
Do not be dissuaded. Do not be embarrassed. When this song is on and your lady walks in the room, do not turn it down. As a matter of fact,
turn it up.
Turn it up.
And then stare her in her eyes.
Hey, don't you blink. Yeah, man, it's a fire song, man. All right, so then we go into let's see. I didn't even mark this one. Real Life with Roddy Ricch.
Oh, that shit was hard.
That's a hard song.
That's a hard one.
There is a little segment. I'm not gonna lie though. There is like a little section in the middle or the later half here that's a little dull for me. Nothing Like Your Exes is cool. I like that song.
That's a good one.
By Yourself is again cool.
Janae I Gold, I'm a flavor.
You know, look at there. We even with a man empowerment song, we giving y'all a gift. We still giving y'all a gem.
And we didn't have to give y'all shit.
Exactly. We didn't even have to do that.
There's any album we had to give them shit. It was this one.
We didn't even have to do that. So then we follow up with Universe with Kalani. Again, not one of my favorites. Lift Me Up with Future and Thug. I didn't care for the beat. I like the verses. I like everyone's verse.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt.
Yeah, didn't really care for the production. So let me just fast forward here. A lot of the songs are kind of cool until we get to Your Turn. Oh man,
Your Turn was boy.
Your Turn is just a
boy. What a misogynistic anthem.
Just a beautiful sounding song. It's
a beautiful misogynistic song.
Well, you know,
it's not even misogynistic.
It ain't really. It's just being honest. Just
what a song.
It's not yours. Just your turn. That's just the facts of life.
How do you say that? I'm not yours. It's just your turn.
You know, hey man, the game is the game. That's. Oh, and yeah, to grab Music Soul Child, a surprising feature, but I've always been a fan of Music Soul Child.
Oh yeah, not mad about that.
Black obviously did his thing. Tish Hyman did her thing. Great song. And then this maybe I'm wilding, but maybe I didn't hear the whole Ego song before.
Oh no, Ego definitely hard.
Yeah,
that's a hard song.
Yeah, it's fire.
You didn't listen to it the first time when it first?
No, I heard it, but I feel like it sounded like different, like towards the end of it. So maybe I didn't. But no, it's a good way to end the song. It almost feels like it feels like the song that would have been there if he'd have released this like on a deluxe, but he was like, "Fuck it, I'll just give him 25."
I'm at 24. Might as well just make it 25 at this point.
Yeah, man. But overall, for me, I think I don't know the type of critique Ty Dolla has gotten. I will say that collaboration project with him and Jeremiah, I didn't really care for. So for me, this is definitely a step up in the right direction. And I'm gonna give it a 9, man. It's a really good project.
Go ahead and give it a 10.
I don't just hand out 10s, doc. I don't just hand out 10s, doc. But it is a very good project. Definitely, I think it's gonna have a lot of replay value with it. The songs that are great are phenomenal.
Yeah.
That I will say that. The songs that are great are phenomenal. And he knows what his strengths are. He doesn't really try to do anything that isn't his thing. So Tyrone, well done. Well done, sir.
I'm trying not to whatever. Anyway. So all right. So featuring Ty Dolla $ign. I'm a huge Ty Dolla $ign fan, so I was hyped up about this project. Even the moment he announced it, I said, "All right, I'm there. I'll be there, strapped in midnight." So we'll start off with Status. This man can rap with the best of them. Let's make it clear. The production on Status was phenomenal too, and it was just, I don't know, it was just the way he blended the sounds, like the way it started off with him singing, and then it was like the beat switch was so smooth. You kind of didn't even see the beat switch coming. So, you had Status. Status was great. The productions, honestly, you could tell there was a lot of money put into this album. There was money because I'm pretty sure all these features were free because he wrote and did shit for all of them. Probably didn't pay these niggas anything.
Well, he did pay him up front with his
Yeah,
verses.
You're right. he gave. I wonder what, man. See, Music Soul Child was the most random feature. He owed him. I don't know what he did for Music Soul Child, but he owed him.
Hey, he must have got some shit in L.A. Hey, nigga, I pulled you out of that. Remember that?
remember when your girl caught you?
Hey, remember when them Crips pressed you?
I saved you, nigga.
You wore that wrong hat? Nah.
Yeah, music owed him something.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, production Production was phenomenal. The guest verses, they really came to like, especially Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi had a great verse, man. Hey, Temptations was great. Spicy, Post Malone. There's your Corona club banger right there. I can't believe people are going to the clubs.
You can't?
Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Anyway.
The media doesn't tell the true scope of how people feel, man. Niggas
don't care.
Niggas is tired, bro. So I can believe it.
Spicy, Post Malone, great track. You're going to hear it in the club near you. Guarantee it. Let me see. Track 6. I don't know what to say about track 6. What a phenomenal track. Should have been longer. You give me at least 3 minutes. 3 minutes 30 seconds. That I felt robbed. Especially if you listen to it like with a good set of headphones or like a good sound system, the way it swells and then the transitions. Man, track 6 was phenomenal.
Quick interruption. I hate when artists have like that short chunk of a song where the beat is crazy, but it's like fucking 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or like an interlude or something like that.
But he's known for that shit. He did that shit on did you get the Airplane Mode mixtape?
He did do that shit.
He did that, man.
Yeah.
Airplane Mode has so many potentials. That was like a minute 40.
Cause now you just torturing niggas.
And you know he be doing that shit on purpose.
Of course they do.
He does it on purpose. That's the one thing Ty Dolla $ign always has with his albums. His albums are always fantastically I don't even know what to put it. Like, I don't want to say produce, but it's like another word. Like,
what? That's arranged.
Arranged.
Yeah, that's part of production.
The production. You know, like how I said Savage Mode had like a cinematic feel to it.
Yeah, I mean that goes with like how you basically arrange the music.
Yeah,
that's under the umbrella of production. It's not just like putting the sounds together. It's like arranging it.
Yeah,
you have like your bridge and how you transition into shit like that. So
he's always been good with making music that feel like it's swelling you, like it's swelling. Like he's always been good with that, especially with the live instruments and shit.
Yeah,
he always incorporates live instruments and it always works out. Anyway, now I can talk about this shit all day. Double R, great track. Lil Durk. I'm glad Lil Durk is starting to get more and more light. Now, I mean, he already was kind of doing collabs, but I feel like his collabs are getting kind of... I'm starting to hear him more featured on other people's stuff versus him having to get the features.
Yep.
So
we just had the him and Drake.
Yeah. So it's nice to see him, especially on an album like this where, the production on that song was kind of elegant. I liked it. Expensive. Hey, there's your woman empowerment song right there. You expensive. You been seeing the shit about the Birkin bags?
I don't care nothing about that, man. I don't care nothing about that. I hate when like rich people have these conversations and then like a bunch of broke people have like their opinions.
Yeah, you know what? I want him to buy me a Birkin bag too. Like, shut up, bitch. You in Section 8. Listen, shut up.
You know how many sandwiches you gotta make? Get a Birkin bag out for me.
You got people who don't even make that in a lifetime.
You know how many sandwiches you gotta make me to get man? If you don't get up out of here, but yeah, I people entertain those conversations, and I just be like, all right, man.
But expensive. Nicki Minaj, great. Burna Boy interlude, great. Tyrone 21, we already talked about it. We ain't got to say nothing about it. It's still free TC. I like that he did that, by the way. In case, I don't know if...
I did, yeah, okay, I did.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone listened to the first album, but his first album was called Free TC, which his brother is incarcerated for a murder, if I remember correct. And, so he's been saying free TC, and, he lets you know that's still what it is. He even had his brother, that was his brother talking from the jail cell in the beginning of the album, I think, too.
Oh, okay.
Like, I like that he makes that a recurring thing. That's a good thing. Real life. Hey, man, real life's hard. Whenever you see Ty Dolla $ign and Mustard, just know it's going to be hard. Period. It's no question about it. I like Roddy Ricch. I like Roddy Ricch's features now, man. Not saying they were ever bad, but I don't know. I feel like ever since his album kind of took off, and he took off, I feel like his features got better.
I feel like his album kind of made people appreciate his talent, and I think the features are held with a little bit more respect.
Yeah.
So I've always thought he's been talented. I just think having the proper body of work to say, yo, this, you know what I do. So
yeah.
So I think we're saying the same thing, but yeah, essentially his features are great. His music, his own music is great. Isn't he working on something?
He's in album mode, but you know, we're not getting that shit till next year. So, but it, you know, it's nice to see. I like to see artists improve.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And you can definitely see he's improving with his features, the songs, all that. It's nice to see. By Yourself, Janae Aiko. Yeah, whatever. It was cool. I don't really remember it, honestly. Universe with Kehlani. I think I like Kehlani's verse in that. I gotta go back and listen to that one. That was one of the longer songs too.
Yeah,
I think it was I think the production in it was really good though, if I remember correct. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I was a little underwhelmed by that song.
I've totally forgot Nothing Like Your Exes. Nothing Like Your Exes goes hard.
That is it. It's a cool song.
That's a hard song. Yeah. Look, Ty Dolla $ign's best songs are the ones where he's bragging about himself. Those are his best songs. Like it's like I don't know, man. Nothing Like Your Exes go hard. That I love his songs like that. Lift Me Up, I'm With You. Production was whatever, but the verses were really good. I don't know what happened there, but maybe they did it on purpose.
I don't know. I think people, I don't know. Maybe they had a different feel about the beat. I just didn't feel anything from that actual production. But I did, like I said, I did like the verses.
The verses were good.
Yeah,
that's what. Maybe they wanted to make more focus on the verses. I don't know. But whatever. It was a good song. It's just, you know, it's more rapidy rap. So
yeah,
especially from niggas who don't rap that often. So that's what I liked about it. Time Will Tell. It was cool. Dr. Sebi. I don't remember that. Powder Blue was good. That was smooth. Powder Blue was smooth. I don't really remember Everywhere or Slow It Down, but Your Turn. Boy.
You notice what you just said about not remembering? That's my only beef with songs like with probably just being super long.
Yeah.
That's what ended up happening. You end up, those songs could very well be very good, but you may be like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't remember that song like that. So.
Your Turn is phenomenal. Your Turn is like on Free TC where he had the song with Jagged Edge. Like Straight Up.
Yeah.
Or on Campaign he had the song Stealing, like, you know, Ty Dolla $ign has always had at least 3 tracks on these albums where they're just complete standouts in their own regard. Like they cannot match the album at all, but it'll stand out. And they're normally the ones accompanied by the live instruments and the elegant production, because I feel like that's when he shines the most, is behind stuff like that. And this was no exception. This was a phenomenal song. Music Soul Child did his thing, although random feature. The Crips were definitely about to beat his ass. He definitely said that nigga was the Crips.
He gave him a verse too. Appreciate your verse. He gave him, yeah, his feature was pretty good.
Tish Hyman did her thing. It's Black. He didn't really do shit. He kind of just came in at the end and just talked shit, but that was okay. I don't think I've ever seen Black do that. Like where he just came in and didn't do anything but just talk shit.
See, this is the song that should have been 2:40. And the other song, track 6, should have been 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
What, Your Turn?
They could at least met somewhere in the middle.
Nah, man, they both should have been 5 minutes, and they both about right.
That's fair.
They both should have just been the same amount of time. Like, I don't know what happened there.
That's fair.
Return. Basically, that's Ty Dolla $ign saying, "Hey, nigga, yeah, I know who I am." And Ego Death, that came out, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 months ago. That song's been out for a while.
Yeah.
But it's a really good song. Like, I like it. I like hearing Kanye rap. Even though he be saying, I ain't gonna lie, Kanye don't even sound like he be trying no more. He be saying a lot of funny stuff though. And I like his flow in some of these songs. So, I think Kanye's gotten funnier.
Funnier.
I think he has. Like, did you hear like on the bar with on track 6 where he was talking about,
I want to go to the club. Like he's talking about. Do you remember that line? He said something about going to the club. You keep talking, and I'm trying to go to the club or something.
Oh, I have to listen to it.
Okay. Well, anyway, look, phenomenal album. I know I gave a lengthy review, but I love Ty Dolla $ign. I don't know what else to say about you. 9.1.
9.1. All right. So let's hit these singles real quick, and then we'll circle back to your I don't want to say controversial take, but I guess we'll figure out what take it is when we hear it. All right, so let's get into some singles that came out. The first, this is the one I sent you. I'm sure you had heard it or were familiar with it, but Jack Harlow dropped the song Tyler Hero, and he's just spitting. That's
Jack Harlow can spit, man.
It's a hard song. Yeah, it's
that dude can spit.
It's a hard song, and you know, why not? Tyler Hero went to the finals. Why not? So I like it. It's not.
It's a good song. Did you see the video?
Well, I saw some of the video, just that clip I sent you from the Instagram.
Oh, you should look at the video.
But no,
it's a cool video.
I listened to the whole song, and it's pretty fire. But yeah, you know, I'm familiar with Jack Harlow, and I know you've sent me stuff of his before, and I think he just had a song with Tory and Lil Baby and Wayne, was it?
Who?
Jack Harlow. What was the song he just had recently?
Oh, What's Poppin'?
What's Poppin'? Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it's a really, really fire song. Not too much to say about it. Dope song. Jeezy and Yo Gotti got a song called Back.
I didn't hear that.
It's pretty fire. It's, you know, I like the song. I mean, it's a single. I don't have too much to get into with it, but it's a dope song. I liked it. Her Damages, is it? Damage.
That's the intro track to her new album, apparently.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Listen, man, Her is one of my favorite R&B artists currently.
She's in a different conversation.
She's in a class of her own, I think. I don't.
No, I agree 1,000%.
So yeah, she's in a class of her own for sure. I'm definitely excited to hear her new music. There's a few people. SZA. I'm excited to hear. I know she just dropped Hit Different with Ty Dolla $ign. That just came out recently. Why are you looking like that?
Featuring who?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
SZA should have been on that album too, cause you know she owe that nigga a favor now too.
Hey, you know. But yeah, it's and then I didn't hear this one.
Pap Chanel and Future. Future definitely owed these niggas some favors. I never heard of either of their ass.
Hey, maybe trying to put some people on. Maybe trying to give people
Future came on that shit and ripped it too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he had the opening verse. He said, Gucci bucket hat, Gucci bucket hat, yeah, Gucci bucket hat, Gucci. That shit, it was hard though. I'm like, oh, okay, Gucci.
That's all it took, huh?
Nah, his verse.
That's all it took, huh?
His verse was actually hard though. I was like, okay, nigga, Gucci bucket hat, nigga.
Well, when you put it like that,
maybe I will go buy a Gucci bucket hat.
Exactly.
It was cool though. It was a cool song, man. I liked it. I mean, the other two did their thing, but when you got Future as the opening verse, you're kind of asking to get your song took. Especially the feature spree he's been on this year. So, it's cool, though. You should check it out. Gucci bucket hat.
Very well.
Pap Chanel and Harry On Young.
All right. I'll check it out. Let's go ahead and get into some music news / discussions. Since we just talked about Ty Dolla $ign, you had something that you came in here and you wanted to share with the people. So I'll let you take it away.
Guys, this is your president speaking. And I think it's time for us to put Ty Dolla $ign in the GOAT conversation. No. Before you start blasting me, hear my argument.
No, I'll blast him. Go ahead. But continue, please.
Hear my argument here. So far, let's go through this discography, and you tell me flames or not. Free TC.
It's fire.
Beach House 3.
It's fire.
We know how you felt about my Ty. We won't say that. Featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
Fire.
The original Beach House.
Good. Fire.
Beach House 2.
So you're getting that basically he has
No. I'm not done. I'm not done. No. I'm getting there. Beach House 2.
solid.
Sign language. Sign language is actually really good. I don't really remember it that much, but it was.
I got
good.
you. It's solid.
Airplane mode, man. He played with us.
I don't remember airplane mode.
It was a song where he put like the incomplete songs. It was almost like he was emptying out the hard drive.
Oh, like just giving away.
Yeah,
like his...
and they were all hard, and people were like, "What the hell? Why'd you do this?"
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, let's name one of the biggest songs of the decade. Loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. Guess who wrote that?
Okay.
Okay. How many instruments can Ty Dolla $ign play? You know what? Don't worry about it. I will tell you. Bass, piano, drums, whatever. I don't remember the fourth. This nigga can sing. He can write. He can rap. I don't know if he can dance. But if he can.
He can't dance, though.
Yeah,
he can't
dance.
dance.
He can't dance. You might be out. Never mind. You might be out of this conversation now.
DQ. Listen, I seen Chris Brown do a front flip on 1 foot and then that bitch.
He became the GOAT at that minute.
Hey.
That moment he
I was impressed. Shit.
Look, man. This man has never dropped a bad You've never heard a Ty Dolla $ign project and was like, man, this shit was ass. That man done wrote songs for damn near everybody. If you look at the top 20 songs of every year for the last 6 years, guess who was featured in like at least 3 of those songs that year? Ty. Come on, man. Stop playing my dog. Free TC's a modern day classic.
What? All right, so
this album he just dropped might be a modern day class. Maybe it's too early, but
yeah,
it's way too early. Don't get me wrong, but it definitely might be his second best project.
So where do you think he's?
And Campaign. I forgot Campaign.
All right, so where do you think? All right, where do you think he stands right now? Like amongst? No, I'm not gonna say his peers. I think his peers. Get out that phone. I think his peers.
I might have to renew somebody barking. Oh, not yet though. It's coming. Go ahead.
I think his peers have him in high esteem for sure, but the conversation amongst the audience of consumers, what do you think the audience holds Ty Dolla $ign?
Well, the audience, this is my thing. So everybody's argument has always been he needs a classic album. You could argue Free TC's a classic album at this point. You could argue that. So he has the album. They claim Kendrick Lamar was a GOAT off of Good Kid, Mad City a week after it came out. So I don't get what the stretch is saying Ty Dolla $ign's a GOAT when this man has literally been all over the place for the last decade. He hasn't dropped a bad project. He's dropped so far maybe 3 or 4 phenomenal projects. Like, he has the accolades. This man plays every instrument. This nigga can rap. He can sing. You put him as a feature, you ain't never looked at a Ty Dolla $ign feature and was like, oh shit.
I think he's talented, no doubt about it. I think there's a certain, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, he has to break into mainstream on certain levels, i.e., you've heard a Kendrick song in a movie trailer. You've heard a Kanye song in a movie trailer, and that appeal amongst a wider audience.
So white people gotta love him?
It's not necessarily white people.
He gave him ego death.
Well, he did, and it's still bubbling. It's still in the stove.
Give it like another year.
So, you know, it has to be. It's not that quote unquote white people are the standard, but I think it has to be inclusive. It can't just be like a R&B goat. He has to be like a.
But he's an artist. He does everything. I don't know what else.
But listen, man. Listen. I guess my question to you would be, why is that important?
What?
About him being in a conversation. If he's talented, he's talented.
Because I feel like he doesn't get enough respect. For everything he's done, I don't think he gets enough respect. People keep trying. And then it's like the reasons why people refuse to put him in that elite conversation is dumb. Oh, because he only does features. Well, he drops the album. When the last time you heard a Kendrick Lamar album? And all you niggas still defending him. Oh, man. He's like, this man takes 2 years off. And it's not like he drops subpar projects. And it's not like these projects sound like the previous project. None of these projects sound the same. Not a single one. And I don't know, man.
I don't know if it's that important. I look at it like I look at like the sports conversations. Like you can say, for example, LeBron or Kobe or Magic Johnson or whoever in the list of like all time best players. Like, I'll say this. Larry Bird is not really in a lot of like GOAT conversations, but niggas know Larry Bird, how he gave it up.
Okay.
They know how he gave it up.
I can see that.
So it's like, to me, though, that's just that. And really, music is more subjective anyway. So you're going to have, like, to me, I know that Royce the 5'9" will never really be in any GOAT conversation. But the motherfucker is probably, to me, one of the best artists
ever.
Yeah. But I know he won't never be in those type of conversations. There's what's my man from Slum Village? Not Slum. What's the dude's name from Detroit? Els High, rap artist. He'll never really be in a GOAT conversation amongst mainstream. It just depends on like what that means. Like, yes, people love Kendrick. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think Kendrick overhyped.
Yeah,
I've heard niggas say King Los is better than him. I've heard niggas say Lupe is better than him. I've heard people say, like, so there's certain conversations where people are like, yo, Kendrick ain't he not all that. He's been maybe propped up as hip hop savior for better or for worse. Mm-hmm. So for as many people, to me, it just depends on who's having the conversations. For as many people who think there's many people who think Kendrick is the GOAT. It's a lot of niggas who think Kendrick ain't all that. And it depends on what you think about the people having those conversations.
Okay.
So that's how I look at it. If you think Ty Dolla $ign is super uber talented, and I think he has the respect of his peers, so to me it don't matter. He getting work. To me, when you stop getting work, then that's maybe disrespecting your name.
Okay.
He getting asked. He getting called for writing. He getting called for features. He getting called for. So to me, he's in the space of music. He'll always be in the space of music until he's not hot. You know what I'm saying? I think he is an acquired taste. I don't really think he'll ever be like a super mainstream type of person, but his talent, I think, is undeniable, and that's really all that matters to me. So now, for the sake of your argument, is he in a GOAT conversation? I personally can't put him there, but it doesn't negate. To me, it's not a knock against him. I don't look at that as a knock. I just look at it as he will. I mean, damn. I mean, I don't want to bring his name up, but I hold Nipsey in a certain regard that I know niggas will never hold him in, because he never really reached that level of like mainstream.
Okay.
But I know what happened when I heard Crenshaw.
Okay.
Like, I know what happened when I heard Mailbox Money. You feel what I'm saying? And when I heard Nipsey rap, he talked to niggas like me. And I knew he would never really, like, even like with the whole thing with the $100 mixtapes, niggas thought that shit was crazy. He sold
I
100,000.
remember that.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a certain audience of people who knew what he was doing. And so look, before he passed, where was he at? Rock Nation brunches. So like he had the respect of his peers.
Okay.
Nipsey will never be in the GOAT conversation. Who gives a shit?
The impact was there.
Yes. That's what's important. That's what's most important. It's about what happened when you leave here. Okay. What happened when you know what I'm saying? What happens to music, or what happens to a collective in your absence? You know, I don't really hear too many rappers who speak about, well, I mean, now more so now, I mean, you have the Russells of the world who talk about being independent and having their own stuff, and you know, there's not really a lane for that in the grand scheme of things. It's more of a trend now because I mean we're hearing all the stories about. I know we're going somewhere completely different, but that's fine. Artists who are getting screwed by labels, and you know, I mean, hell, we just talked about Tory before his situation, becoming independent, becoming his own man. You know, and you know, I think Ty Dolla $ign is a tremendous talent, and his peers know that. Mm-hmm. His fans know that. Mm-hmm. So, again, for the sake of answering your question, I don't think right now it's time to put him in that conversation. But to me, that's not really important because he's not missing work.
Okay. I can see your argument.
He's not missing work. He's not missing, you know, features. People, again, he writes for people. He features on people's stuff. So they know the value of his inclusion in creating art, which is, you know, which I guess could make your argument, but to me, it's independent of that. You know, it's.
Tell me, so do you think this album is a step towards that direction? Well, I guess it will depend on what the album does, the impact it makes.
It has to, yeah. I mean,
it's
my criteria for GOAT is it does have to eventually work. An artist has to eventually work his way into, at some point in his career, I think he has to be like the best artist in his genre.
Okay. That's a good criteria.
So
I can see that.
It's like with basketball, with sports. Like at some point, to be the GOAT, at some point in your career, you had to have been the best player in your era. And I don't think he's ever been that. That doesn't mean he hasn't been good, but I don't think there's ever been a point in his career where he's been the best artist in his
craft.
Okay. So that's why for me it's not.
That's good. All right. Nice. So, I just wanted.
I know that's your man. I know that's your boy.
That's my man. That's my dog, man.
I know that's your boy.
But
so
I can see. Okay, you made some valid.
So if I come to LA, I don't want no trouble. Look, I don't want no trouble with the Crips in LA. So
hey man, leave my dog alone, man. He don't want no issue.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, yeah, I don't think not yet. Again, but he's as a musician, he has time to change that. He could very well make music and change that perception. So
I think we're getting one step closer to that. I don't know. I will say this. I do think he's a bit too experimental for the masses in the sense of, you know, like I think you see just how far he can go musically with songs like Track 6.
Yeah.
I think that shows like, okay, no nigga, like if I really want to, cause honestly, I think he can make that soundtrack song. Like a movie soundtrack song, I think he could do it if he really wanted to. Because I think I don't know whether he shies away from it or maybe people offer it him and he's like, I don't want to fuck with it.
Right. And like I said, to me, it's not a lack of talent. You know, as far as, for me as a consumer, you know, I look at the talent. I don't care about, like, I know numbers is a thing for people. For certain artists, what do they do their first week? I don't really care about stuff like that. I care about how they create their music, how it sounds. Is it unique? Does it stand out? Right. Do they have, like, to me, there is a certain uniqueness about him and his music.
Right.
And so to me, you can't, I mean, obviously his voice is number one. You know his voice when you hear it. You know, to me, he has good features. He's very good at what he does. He's very good at what he does. So that's all that really matters. So at a different time in his career, that I could be different. He could become the best artist in his genre at some point, and then we could have a conversation about him being a quote unquote GOAT. But for me, at the time, not now. I'm not gonna say not ever. I'll just say not now.
Okay, I can see that.
All right, but it's a good question.
Good talk.
Good question. All right, so let's go ahead and transition into Verzuz. So Verzuz season 2. I want to hit this from a few angles. The first thing we'll actually get into is the actual topic of the next battle that's lined up. So we have T.I. versus Jeezy. So prior to that, Busta Rhymes challenged T.I. T.I. declined, basically citing that they are from two different eras and that versus wouldn't fit. For the sake of conversation, do you think he is correct, or do you think he doesn't want the smoke?
Yes and no. I mean, Busta did come out in like the 90s. So, but Busta also was out during the early 2000s. So, maybe? I guess I can see his argument. I can sort of see it. Because Busta had damn near a 10 to 15 year run, and then T.I. came in the middle of his 10 to 15 year run, and then had his own 10 to 15 year run. Mm-hmm. So I guess I can see where he's coming from.
I think at Busta's peak, T.I. wasn't there yet, and at T.I.'s peak, Busta I think
was already gone.
He had left his prime.
Yeah.
So I do get his argument. There are some people that I guess don't understand that concept, but I think for these versus battles, just like with most, I guess, battles, if you look at the combat arena, styles make fights. You don't want to put two people in a fight with each other that their styles don't complement each other. Right. So I think in versus it has to kind of be the same way. But he did accept Jeezy's challenge. Jeezy challenged T.I. T.I. did accept Jeezy's challenge, basically saying that snowmen are for a season, kings are forever. Listen, if it comes to like thesaurus shit and using 4-syllable words, T.I. finna cook this nigga.
I'm a huge Jeezy fan too.
No, but I think that this is a interesting battle. On the surface, without really examining both of their catalogs, I'm gonna say T.I.
Yeah, I think T.I. just has the more wider commercial appeal.
I think so there we go. So
but people tend to forget Jeezy had that too at one point.
He did, but even his commercial appeal was like street shit.
Yeah, but he had these little white boys wearing snowman chains.
Yeah.
Like Jeezy was really that nigga. Like people tend to forget that.
Yeah, but you also have to remember too, these audiences include a wide variety of people. So when T.I. pulls out Why You Wanna, which is like a female, like it was like a lady song.
But what about when Jeezy pulls out Love in the Club? I'm telling you, man.
I mean, listen, man, but T.I. got way more of them. He got, what's the song with him? What's the song that Jazzy Faye did? Let's Get Away.
Okay.
Jeezy he don't have a Let's Get Away.
He don't got a Let's Get Away?
He don't have a Let's Get Away. I mean,
he might.
He might. Let me not say he don't. Let me not say he don't.
Jeezy, they both have a pretty vast discography. That's the
Jeezy need to go. Jeezy need to just stick with that motivational shit. He should have Jay Billis in the room with him. Cause you remember when Jay Billis used to post all his his bars and shit?
Jay Billis and Shawty Red.
Yeah. Hey, like listen, man.
Because I mean, they both got. Honestly, I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it.
No.
I think it would be closer than people think.
No. I don't think it's a blowout. I think that to me, of course, it always depends on the artists, the songs they select. So the way they have the format is, I don't know if it's going to be the same because this is season 2. So they have one person goes first, the first 10 rounds, and then they change it, and then the other person goes first the next 10 rounds.
Okay.
So that way you kind of can control the round, I guess, in terms of where you want to go with it, which I think is good. I think it kind of makes it balanced. my question to you, we've already kind of established who we think is going to win. For the Verzuz as a whole, what are a couple of things that you think they should try to implement this season going forward that you think would probably help the Verzuz experience?
Man, make these niggas show up on time. I'm serious.
If that flyer say 8 o'clock,
hey, 8 o'clock.
Can you report lives?
I don't know.
If I go on live and these niggas ain't in the chair ready to, hey, Instagram.
Because like I love 2 Chainz and Rick Ross, but that was one of my biggest gripes with that shit. Them niggas showed up like at what, 35, 40 minutes late. I'm sitting on my phone like, I got other things to do.
I got shit to do. I need to.
I get it. Like, I'm excited, but
how long do you think they should allow people to come into the chat? I guess if you want to.
Man, do that thing like a doctor's appointment. You get a 15-minute grace period. After that, they should start 15 minutes grace period. After
That's
that,
funny.
I think they should start taking money from
Start charging them.
Charge them, man.
Oh man.
I mean, like, I know it sounds funny, but I'm actually kind of serious. Like.
Yeah. Of course, that does help if they do show up on time. I agree with that.
I think timeliness needs to be improved.
You're not doing Yelp.
Sometimes I know that sometimes like the amount of people can cause a server, especially on Instagram. It can sometimes cause the server to overload and then the thing will black out and then it'll come back. I notice that happen quite sometimes.
I feel like they've because they've moved it to like Apple Music and they have it on other platforms as well.
I thought they only had it on Apple TV and Instagram.
Apple TV. Have you had issues on Apple TV? Do you?
No, I've had issues on Instagram.
Well, from what I understand, Apple experience is a lot better, and also I think that with Instagram, I don't think they have the issue no more or as much with the server thing. From what the last one I think I watched was the Ross and 2 Chainz one, and I don't recall having an experience like that. Now, granted, I didn't watch the Brandy and Monica one. I didn't hear about anything in that realm in terms of same thing with Patti LaBelle and I think those 2 battles had way higher numbers too. So I didn't hear of any type of like crashing issues or anything blacking out. So I think they may have got I think one of the big things they did do is they moved away from like the whole split screen thing, because that was the thing that was killing them in the beginning. They'd have them at 2 different locations, so when 2 people go live, the quality goes to shit.
The quality
drops. I think Nelly and Ludacris is probably one of the worst battles I ever watched. Not because of the songs they picked, but because of that shit. Nelly's internet kept going out every 5 minutes.
And why do you think they got bad internet? Hey,
well,
man.
I think that's an Instagram thing. I think, Nelly probably was in the basement somewhere.
Nah, man.
My internet shouldn't be better than theirs.
Yeah, that's not. But
that's something else.
But that was that was the initial thing. I think they should try to work those kinks out too. Whatever kinks they got, I think they should work out before going live. So you mentioned a couple of good ones. One of the ones I think for me would help, or that would be better. I think that would help the artists at least take the battles more seriously, is having either a poll or actual judges to judge. You can either judge individual rounds or you can judge the battle as a whole if you want to do it like that. I think two things. Just like with a fight, if a judge is like scoring the fight on some bullshit, you get to talk shit about the judge. Like, yo, is he listening to the same fight? Is he listening to the same battle we listen to?
Yeah.
So you get that interaction, And like I said, to me, let's have, they called it Verzuz. I get this is supposed to be like a celebration thing of both artists, but you call it a Verzuz.
Yeah, man.
Verzuz means there's a winner and there's a loser. Certainly not in their life and their careers, because they're both established people who are doing it. So, that's the thing. I think they should actually try to look to have, winners and losers. Something for lower tier artists who aren't necessarily legends, but maybe have 5 to 10 songs they can put into a Verzuz battle, like on a mid card. something like that.
Put the undercard.
Yeah, undercard. Yeah. You have two artists who don't have a legendary career, but they may have like a run of like 3 years where they was just like they was that dude or that they was that chick, and they had like some heat in that time. Because you have artists like that. You have artists like who had I don't want to be disrespectful, but you look at like a Lil Flip or like we talk Rich Homie Quan. Like they I guess they're not considered legends, but they had a span where
they had a moment.
Yeah, exactly. So
and it wasn't just one song.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they had like
it wasn't
they
just
had
one song.
a run.
Yeah.
They had so they had a run for a short period of time. I think maybe some undercards like that would be helpful
that would be cool
to the experience as well. But yeah, that's all I really got.
They should require them to have at least a 1 gigahertz internet connection. And that's the highest internet that's available in America.
They should look to maybe. I mean, they have it on Instagram. They're not bound to Instagram. If they have their own verses, they should look to. Why not put it on YouTube?
That's what I was thinking.
Why not put it on?
Why is this not on YouTube?
Yeah, why not put it on YouTube? Have somewhere that can guarantee, because you don't have it's not like they have a contract with Instagram where they have to just put it on Instagram. And really, when you're on Instagram, I'm only gonna watch it on my desktop, because the thing about Instagram, the only thing I hate about Instagram during lives is like when you're on live, that's all you can really do unless you come out the live.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Where YouTube, I don't have to do that.
You can put that on a TV, phone,
because I have
like
YouTube, especially if you have a YouTube Premium, I can minimize
YouTube Premium.
As a YouTube Premium holder, I can just minimize. I can just
for all you broke niggas.
Hey, for all you bums. Hey, stop paying for these OnlyFans and get you a YouTube Premium. Do something with your life, brothers. You can go ahead and and make that screen a little bit smaller. You can still scroll and do whatever else you want on your phone.
I be trying to sell people on YouTube Premium.
Listen,
I be like, yo, you notice something different from my YouTube videos and yours? Let's look at mine. Let's pull up the same video right now. Tell me what don't pop up.
Damn, you still watching ads, my G? That's crazy.
What's an ad?
Dang, you still waiting 5 seconds to skip, bruh?
You know what's crazy is that if you try to make a case for YouTube Premium, they'll be like, I don't need that. And I'll be like, but you use YouTube all the time and you don't even realize it. Like, it's like Netflix.
It's not that. It ain't even like about being a need. It's just like, skip Chick-fil-A one day and just pay the little $10 you was gonna pay for that chicken sandwich meal, and just get YouTube Premium.
And look, yeah, that's a good argument.
It's just you take one day and like not buy the shit you was gonna buy. What you gonna do something else with that $10 anyway?
I know, so you might as well go ahead and put that $10 towards something useful.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
So yeah, I think they should probably look to try to move it to that platform for sure. Excuse me. Anything else on the verses that you wanted to chime in on or add?
What do you think was the biggest moment of the I only watched one versus battle at last season, but I already know what the biggest moment of it was. But I'm curious what you think the biggest moment of it.
The biggest moment of verses
from last season.
See, you put me on the spot. You saying I already should know, and I don't know.
I mean, I kind of have an idea what it was already.
Well, damn, that's hard. I mean, I didn't watch it, and people may say this one was it, but when Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight, they had their verses, and at the very end, Dionne Warwick came out. I know that was a big deal for a lot of people. For me, I watched the Jadakiss and Fabulous battle, and I watched Jadakiss just clean this thing up, and that was just, to me, that was probably the most shocking one. But I'm maybe missing something that you. What moment?
The Rick Ross famous verse.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think that was easily the biggest. I didn't watch a single Versus episode.
Yeah,
but I think that was the biggest moment.
That battle was the most entertaining. Like 2 Chainz brought out the dancers. Didn't they have on masks and stuff? No. Oh no, that was something different. That was before everything.
Yeah, that was during everything. They just didn't care.
Oh, they didn't have masks on. I feel like they did. I feel like they did.
They might have.
And then Rick Ross said, "Yo, my shoulder's tight, love." My man got a back rub in a battle.
That was a lit battle.
That was kind of disrespectful.
But when he played that famous verse, I don't know.
Yeah, that was.
I think that was just a big moment for hip hop. Period. Yeah. Like shit, nobody knew. There was no leak. There was no nothing.
Yeah. Well, see now I just thought about that. Before that, Hit Boy and Boy Wonder, they had a versus, and Hit Boy played Deep Reverence. And he just played the Nipsey verse.
Oh, okay.
And that was like months before that. Of course, that was like way before that song even came out.
Okay.
And niggas was like, "Yo, drop that, release that." Yeah, yeah, I do remember that. I do. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's a big one too. Okay.
Yo, if he'd have played some Benny shit that day, I'd have been like,
if he would have played anything from Benny off that album, it would have been.
"Yo, that shit is over." Yeah. All right, so let's get into. All right, so we moving out of music. Let's talk about. I didn't watch it, but
I didn't watch it either.
Oh, you didn't watch the debate?
I came in on the part where he said, "Who built the cages, Joe?" Did you hear about that?
Yeah,
Who built the cages? That's literally the moment I came in on. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck happened here?"
What I've learned from these debates is if you want to see some fire memes, watch the debates.
I saw the "Who built the cage." That was the moment I came into the debate, and I was like, "Whoa, this sounds like it's getting kind of lit." I will say this. I think Joe Biden put a lot of realities in America's head that I think he should have held off on. One of the biggest ones, even though I know it's true, it's still like it's a lot of money involved, and people aren't ready to handle it. Is what he said. We got to make a transition from oil. I don't know if you heard about that, but he said something about no, we need to move away from oil, and I'm like, man, America ain't ready for that, Joe. Come on, bro.
Yeah, like, you can't just
you can't
just say that and then not give okay how or like what do you propose?
Well, no, he did propose it, but it's America. Like I don't know how else to put this.
I mean, I guess what I'm saying, I guess we're saying the same thing, but I guess let me clarify what I'm saying is oil is about as American as
it gets. Yeah.
So
that's like a hot dog on the grill.
Yeah.
During a barbecue.
Well, exactly. That'd be like that would be like, yo, no more burgers for a barbecue. Like, nigga.
Yeah.
So
when he said that, I will say I was like, I don't get me wrong. He's absolutely right. We are gonna have to move on from oil or at least renewable energy at some point. But it was just during the debate after who built the cages. it was like, come on, man! Like you shouldn't have put that reality in America's head. But
shit, by the time we move on forward, that nigga be dead. That nigga, I don't mean to say it like that. I don't mean no harm, but the man about 80. I mean, we ain't moving on that shit for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think, but like it. I think that was a big moment. But I didn't really watch much of it either. I came in pretty late, but I will say the part I did watch was pretty entertaining. So.
Yeah. What about this iPhone 12 that people are gonna have? They're not gonna have no screen. Or no. what are they missing now? What are they taking away now?
They taking away the charger. What? Imagine that.
So what is so what was there? All right. So we're talking about the iPhone 12 for the audience. I guess they're releasing it soon. Is it already out?
That's a good question.
But in the event that you plan on,
I'll look it up real quick.
If you plan on purchasing an iPhone 12, be prepared not to have a charger come with it. So,
yeah, it's out.
All right, so yeah.
No, it's not. It's not out. Sorry. Either way, hey man, if you buy an iPhone 12, man, don't talk to me.
So what are they saying? So what are they saying in lieu of the charger? What is their explanation? Do you know?
They said it's to help the environment.
Okay, so all right, so I guess probably should have read up on this, but is it like a super long battery life, and like that's just one shot? That's it, or are they talking about moving to like wireless charging?
Maybe they just want people to reuse their old chargers, I guess. So they're like, to cut down on waste, we're just gonna stop putting chargers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So they're saying like basically just the charger that you got. What if
it sounds like it's just really an excuse.
But what if I didn't have an iPhone?
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense. Then I have to buy a charger. So then I have to.
And you know what they did? They started including. They started going to USB-C. They still have a Lightning port, but they got one with the USB-C on the other side now. And I'm like, oh, you niggas think y'all slick. So they're trying to like See, this is why these iPhone people be killing me, man. They trying to say, oh, well, you can use the new Android port or some shit. If you catch a nigga lacking, you can take his. Use it for your phone.
Yeah, imagine Bill in Starbucks catching a nigga lacking.
But
Sorry, Jerome.
Yeah, man, I don't know. That shit's crazy. You Apple sheep or something else. I swear.
Yeah, but they probably got him with the 50 megapixels. What's the camera do now? X-ray. What the camera do now? Yeah, that's how they get them. That's how they clear all their sins away.
1 million magnified.
Exactly. You see that nose hair right there, son? Can't get that with a Samsung.
Man, it's so crazy to me, man. I'm like,
listen, man.
What do y'all?
As long as women like to take pictures on their phones, as long as that's all they care about. What's the megapixel on this bitch? I don't really even need a charger like that.
It don't matter, bro.
I don't even need a charger, really.
Like the thing is why? I know you niggas is gonna go out and buy it.
Well, I think they've already done
why?
Apple's already done the legwork of conditioning.
You know what's crazy is that they just added widgets. Did you see that? They added widgets last month, and then Apple niggas was like, yo, check out my user interface, dog. And I'm like, Android's been doing this since like.
But they ain't been doing it like this, though. You ain't been doing it like this on the glass screen.
They kill me when they do it, when people say that.
They ain't been doing it like this, though, on the glass screen, baby.
When people be like, well, we perfected it.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah,
Shut up. Oh, you Apple niggas.
Hey, y'all crawl so we can run, nigga.
I don't know, man. I'm laughing at you if you buy an iPhone 12, especially if you got an iPhone 11.
They ain't got the nerve to be like, yo, if you got a blue bubble, a green bubble, what they be saying? If you got a blue bubble,
if you got a green bubble, don't talk to me.
Man, piss off.
Like, no, nigga, you been getting robbed. Like, you can't. How do you sell a whole $1,000 plus phone with no charger?
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
You think it's gonna sell?
Of course, it's gonna sell. They've built up their loyalty, their loyal customer base. Like I told you, they'll buy a phone without a screen if it come down to it, as long as it ain't an Android. They'll buy a phone without a phone. They'll buy the box.
They'll buy an Apple.
They'll
buy a bitten Apple.
They'll just buy a fucking Apple with a chip. They'll buy an Apple with a chip in it. You can put a chip in that motherfucker. Like, yeah, it's not a Samsung, so I'm good. Yeah, they've done the legwork.
Apple do, man. These Apple niggas do be hating on. They be hating hard too. Like, I be like, God damn, like, did I commit a sin?
Well, it is what it is, man. Then they be trying to tell you, see, look at the screens don't crack no more. Look at the screens, it's not glass screens no more. Like,
oh my God.
Oh, I know.
We know.
I know. All right, so let's get into some TV talk. I haven't started it, but I know you finished the season of Lovecraft Country.
Yep.
And without giving away too much to the people, what were your thoughts on it? Let's just tell me what you thought about the season or the series.
I think it's a very weird show, but
bad weird or good weird?
It's a good weird show, but it's one of those shows that you gotta be really open and patient with. Not because it's slow. It is not a slow-paced show by any means. But because there's so many things and so many stories that they try to weave together. And it ultimately pays off. I like the fact that they take time to focus on the characters. And I think what makes it more impressive is they took time to focus on the characters in the short run. Like, that, I think that's just a testament to the writing. Don't get me wrong. There was some throwaway episodes for sure. There was an episode where they had these niggas running through a cave trying to recover a relic or some shit. Well, I don't really remember.
Do you think with a 10-series season, how many throwaways is too many?
2. No, 3. If you have at least 3 throwaways in a 10 season, you failed.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. It's not like these are shows that are only like 30 minutes.
They're out.
Lovecraft basically had movie production behind it. That was like movie production budget,
right?
In my opinion. And of course it was. It was J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele. So what do you expect? And so I feel like when you have shows that long, you don't have room to have that many throwaway episodes.
All right, let me ask you this: how much do you think the mixing of genres helped or hurt the story, or did it not at all?
I think it helped the show.
Okay.
I think the mixing of race. Here's the thing: they mixed a lot of racial elements into it, and they didn't have to.
Okay.
I think the story was good enough on its own. Like from the first how many episodes are you in?
I'm only like one and a half.
Okay, so you've seen the house, right?
Yeah.
They could have had the whole show focused on that damn house.
Gotcha.
Like they didn't have to have the house fucking explode or fall down or whatever the hell happened to it. And but instead, I think them mixing the genres actually forced them to get more creative, and I think it helped. But don't get me wrong, there were some cliche moments where I was just like, that couldn't, like I'm pretty sure by now Letty's the love interest. I feel like she should have just been a friend. I hate when shows like try to force a love interest just for the sake of forcing a love interest.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's like because it doesn't.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is one of those shows that they forced a love interest just to do it. And I feel like for the sake of the element of the story, or the element of the story, it would have been better having them just friends.
True that.
And it's like I said, so some cliche shit that I just was like, you could have did without that. But I do think it also hindered them in some episodes. Like I said, I think the throwaway episodes were the episodes where the mixing of the genres hindered them.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, overall, it's a phenomenal show. I can't wait for season 2 if there is a season 2. I think they're gonna turn it into an anthology series. I don't think it's gonna be based on the same characters next year or whenever season 2 comes out.
Okay.
But if it is, it was cool. But that's where I am.
True that. That's what's up.
I rate the show at I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
That's what's up. All right. So this week, this is actually something I watched. It's not new, but I came across it on Netflix. Honestly, Netflix has been kind of slacking with some of the material lately. They got some of that backlash from cuties and was like, fuck y'all. We're not putting out shit that's worth a damn. But there's this there's this movie I came across called Midnight Special. So Midnight Special stars Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon, for those of you who saw Superman, he was General Zod. It also stars Adam Driver. If you're into Star Wars, I believe it was Kylo Ren.
Okay.
Adam Driver is a really, really good actor. He also played in The Klansman with John David Washington, Denzel's son. The movie also has Kirsten Dunst, who I believe she was Mary Jane in the original Spider-Man trilogy, and some kid that I don't really care about. But all right, so the movie is basically about. Yo, when do you ever care about the kid in the movie, man, or a show? I watched The Boys, and
What was the time I did?
I'm not gonna lie, The Son, I was like, all right, my G, like, give me a break. There's some movies I care about the kids, but anyway,
that's a good question.
So this movie is basically Michael Shannon's character and his son. They are running from the government. The government is chasing and trying to track them down because the young boy has some sort of superpowers. So it is the sci-fi genre, and it basically just kind of goes through their journey of trying to elude government officials. The actors are pretty good. It is a well-acted movie. Again, if you like sci-fi, if you like that type of suspense stuff, I think you would enjoy it. And the only gripe I think I had about it was the last act, the third part of the movie, or I guess you would call it the third act, if you want to call it that. The ending of the movie was a little bit underwhelming for me. The build-up was a lot better than the payoff. Again, pretty solid performances from Michael Shannon, Adam Driver. The kid was the kid. The kid was the kid, man. But pretty decent movie. If you are kind of into that lane, I'm in the sci-fi lane like that, so that's why I'm interested to kind of catch up on Lovecraft Country, because I know there's a little bit of that in there. But it's a pretty decent movie. Came out a few years ago. If you do like sci-fi and shit like that, I think you should check it out. And you said you were watching Weakest Link?
Yeah, I watched one episode. It's pretty good, actually. I actually forgot how good Weakest Link was. And I like Jane Lynch. No, that's not Jane Lynch. Is that Jane Lynch? That's not Jane Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Who's the lady from Glee?
You
didn't watch Glee, man? Come on, bro.
Oh, man. Ain't half the niggas. Oh, never mind. Let me not say that.
Those are the fair skin.
No, it ain't. No, that's not what I was gonna say. But
it's Jane Lynch. All right, so yeah, I like Jane Lynch as the host. Weakest Link is actually pretty. I actually forgot how dope some of these game shows are, but.
Oh, it had another. Okay, that had another lady on there before.
When I watched it, bro, they ganged up on this one nigga.
Oh, you should have said 40-year-old version. I know this lady.
Jane Lynch?
Yeah.
She's better. Ain't she best known for Glee, though?
Probably, but 40-year-old version is the real niggas movie.
Yeah, you're right. So, 40-year-old. I mean, shit.
See, look at there. See? I'm telling you what I know, Doc. It's okay.
The Weakest Link, man. It's cool, man. They all ganged up on this one old lady, and she ended up taking all their asses out. And then there was this dude who didn't know who the Wu-Tang Clan was. I think she asked him. She said what hip hop group was based out of New York or something that came out in the '90s and had Method Man, RZA.
Oh, she laid it up.
Guess what this nigga said? You won't believe it if I told you.
We said Run DMC.
Boys to Men.
Oh my God.
Yo, they killed him. Everybody on that show, like for the rest of the show, was just like, "No, we want to get you out of here." And he ended up winning the whole thing.
But how do you feel when a white person doesn't know that?
Well, he got offended too because they showed a picture of
Boyz II Men.
No, Billy D. Williams in Star Wars, and they're like, "What iconic character is this?" And this girl was like, "I don't know." He was like, "Lando Calrissian."
He was like, "How dare you?
How dare you not know?"
That's funny.
I don't know. It was enjoyable, man. I liked it. I think I'm gonna start watching it. So yeah, there you go. I watch Weakest Link. I normally don't watch stuff like that, but that was cool. So
that's what's up. All right, so let's move into. Is it raining?
Yeah, it's raining.
All right. We're not moving into rain, but I heard that. All right, so we got some. You got some gym beef. You want to get off your chest? You got some gym. Got an op at the.
Man,
it's an op at the gym.
I had the most awkward moment. All right. So I was lifting. I was on the incline, looking around, seeing everybody looking at me and shit. Pumping.
That's what you was doing before you got into the set. That's what you do for you. That's what you did for you laid back. What's up, nigga? What's up?
So, bro, I was putting the weights back on, and this random ass dude walks up to me, wearing a hat, red hat, yellow plaid shirt, jeans, and boxing gloves.
MAGA hat.
Boxing glove. I'm saying ass. Dude had to be like 5. I would say he may have been like 5'7". 5'6", 5'7". Small dude. He's not big. He walks up to me and he says, "Hey, do you box?" I said, "No." He said, "Do you want to box?" And I said, "Are you a trainer?" He says, "No, I'm a fighter." And I said, "So what?" I said, I'm like, "So what? Are you trying to like fight?" He's like, "No, I'm looking for somebody to fight." I looked at this nigga like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "You want to fight me?" That's what he said to me. He said, "You want to fight me?" And I'm looking at him like, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah." He wearing these bright ass yellow gloves. And I'm like, "No." He said, "All right, bro." For the next 5 minutes, this nigga circled the gym like this,
walking around looking for people to
look at.
Hey, you wanna go? You wanna go?
Looking for people to fight. And he was just asking everyone, "Yo, you wanna fight me? You wanna fight me?" And then I guess somebody reported him.
Wait a minute. So that gym, they don't have a boxing area.
They have a punching bag.
Man, if you don't hit the bag and get the fuck out of my face.
Bro, it was so random.
That's terrible.
I was just like, and then there's this big ass dude named Big Mike.
Why not go to a boxing gym?
Swole trainer. He walked up to him and said, "Hey, you gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here." And the guy was like,
"Make me."
He's like, "You wanna fight me?" Big Mike was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that to you. You gotta get up out of here."
I'm not gonna do that to you. You niggas know.
I don't even know if that dude was a member of the gym, bro. I'm just like, how did this guy get in here?
It just doesn't make sense. Why not go to a boxing gym?
Exactly.
That's like easy. Like get your ass knocked out somewhere where people are looking for that. I just don't understand that. I don't think I've ever had an experience as worse than that. I just had to deal with
it. It was weird, man.
Yeah, I've only had to deal with people like trying to sneak on the machine when I'm not done with it.
Yo, I saw somebody do that at the gym, bro. It was this dude with dreads, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I hate when niggas do this too. So the arm curl machine was like right here. Mm-hmm. Let's say this is the arm curl machine. This dude was like where you parked. So somebody came up and took the arm curl machine. He had his bags there and everything. He ran back. He was like, yo, I'm on that. And then I looked at him like, where did you come from? Like, he like, my bag's right here. I'm still here. And the guy was like, but you were on the squats.
Yeah, like, bro, listen, bro, if you working out in the gym, once you leave the machine and you start working some other shit, you ain't on there for now. Like, you can wait until...
Or if you're not at least within the vicinity. Like, you don't go to the other side of the gym.
Like, I can't... That's probably, like, my biggest pet peeve in the gym is if you are doing multiple exercises, if you're doing a circuit, whatever you want to call it, mm-hmm. superset, whatever the fuck you want to call it. When you leave one machine, I don't give a damn if it's the next machine next door. You're not using this bitch right now. Like, you can wait. I can, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll be like, yo, most times, well, luckily the gym that I go to, the traffic's not that heavy to where I have to deal with that. But, you know, I don't mind working in, like, with people, like, on sets. Let's say I'm doing, like, you know, pec fly or something like that, and there's only one pec fly machine. It's like, hey, bro, you mind if I work in with you? I was like, yeah, cool. So that does two things. Number one, it makes sure that I'm not taking too much time resting. And number two, make sure that he not doing the same thing either. Like, yo, get your ass up and move. But yeah, man, it's just certain things I just don't be understanding, man. Like, if it's only one of you. So yeah. If you're doing another machine, that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, if I superset, like if I'm using two machines, if I'm using like, I'll bring the weights over there. So at least I'm in the same vicinity. So
right.
If I'm still using it, if I'm jumping back and forth, I'm not gonna use this and then run to the other side.
Right.
If I'm using both, I'm gonna be right here and I'm bring whatever I'm using over there. So that way, it's obvious.
Cause then you ask like, cause then I'll just ask like, if I see somebody in nearby, I'm like, hey bro, you on here?
Yeah.
And then they say yeah or no, or they'll say, you know, even if they say, yeah, go ahead. I'm not using it right now. It's just certain etiquette, man. I just don't be understanding. Like,
put your weights up.
Oh my God,
bro, you want to do something that drives? You want to see something that drives me,
bro? You know, listen. I used to work at this gym a few years after I moved here. I worked at this gym, and where our free weights are at, we literally had printed out, laminated numbers, 10s, 15s, 20s. So if you weren't sure where the weight's supposed to go when you was finished with them, we had the numbers right here.
We put it right there
because we wanted to make sure that you knew. Because sometimes maybe you don't know. Maybe you just aren't sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And maybe you can't read, so you can see that the symbol that's on the weight is similar to the symbol that's on the form. You can say, "Oh shit,
you can't read."
I mean, look, maybe niggas can't because that has to be it. That has to maybe niggas can't read. They just feel, oh, this is heavy, and they just get to lifting. So in my brain, I'm like, yo, man, like just. Don't be that much of a dick to where that's just the type of stuff that just bothers me. Like one thing from working at a gym, that's why like now, you know, I definitely make sure I even get bothered if I'm lifting weights and I go to put it back and I see like a weight that's in like a wrong area, I'll move that shit. Cause it's just like a force of habit, man. It really irks me. And it's just like, bro, you just couldn't put it back where you had it or where it belongs.
I hate that. I hate niggas who doing squats or bench press and they leave 145 on there. it doesn't. Even though I know I can lift that 145 or whatever you left, it's not about me. It's about everybody else.
It's just about putting the shit.
What if I don't even want to use that 45? What if I just want to use the bars?
It's just about putting it back, man. Like
come
just,
on.
It's just certain shit, man. Now, sometimes I be understand when women be getting mad.
Or like niggas who put like 4 plates on who use this the leg press.
The leg press
and
machine.
they'll put like 8 45s.
And then they leave them bitches.
And then they leave them.
Yeah,
I be wanting to fight though.
What's my man named Jeff? Oh, he be getting tight. He be. But I'd be like, man, y'all some, and it, like it just be fucking stupid, man. So, that's our gym rant. If you do happen to work out, which is awesome, just be courteous and mindful of just common sense shit, and put your weights back where they belong.
It's easy.
Where they belong.
It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. ABC.
Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40.
Wait, ABC. 1, 2, 3. I got them backwards.
That's okay. I got your point.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on to. I don't even know how I did with the picks last week. I know that.
I'm pretty sure I got them all right.
No, you got that.
Which one I got wrong?
The Chiefs one.
Oh yeah, but who didn't get that one wrong?
I didn't. I said the Chiefs were gonna bounce back.
They played the Raiders last. Oh no, they didn't.
They played the Bills.
They played the Bills. That's right.
And I was like, no, they gonna. I said the Chiefs were gonna bounce back. Yo, did you see Daniel Jones fucking trip from the Giants? He was running to the end zone like unbothered, and he got to about the 20-yard line, and that nigga just fell over. Hey, even the announcer was like, Daniel Jones is gone. What that is? Oh, this is right. Yo, hey, wrap it up, nigga. Oh, is that right, huh? Oh, 2-minute warning. Dang, I didn't even know they had that on there. I know.
I don't think that ever happened.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show this episode. All right, we're cutting it close. We're on the sports section. We're about to wrap it up, buddy. All right, so but nah, he basically just busted his ass. It was kind of funny. And of course, the Giants lost that game. It's like, damn, this is the Giants for you. All right, so let's just go through. Obviously, Thursday game has already been played. No deep dives. Just pick who you got, and I'll just pick who I got, and then we can move on. First, we have a pretty big game: Steelers and Titans, 2 undefeated.
That's a big one.
I'm gonna pick Titans, man.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I got Steelers.
Okay. Good.
I think Titans has a better offense, but I think Steelers defense is better. I don't know. I think if Steelers defense holds up, they're gonna win.
Yeah. I should have said Steelers, but no, I know they're gonna do their damnedest to pretty much. They're gonna make Tannehill throw. They're not gonna let Derrick Henry run all over the place. So
yeah, they're not.
So yeah, they're gonna have to beat him in the air. But I do think that I think Tennessee will edge it out. Let's move on. Cowboys and football team. Yo, if anyone sees this Washington football team logo, look at the Wells Fargo logo and tell me they ain't just cut out the fucking W and just slap that bitch on.
What if they get sued by Wells Fargo?
Hey,
that'd be wild.
That'd be another kick them while they down. All right. They're both terrible. I'm gonna pick the Washington football team, man.
I got football team. Okay. I got a football team too.
All right. Bills and Jets.
Jets.
Really?
I'm calling the upset.
Okay. I got Bills.
I'm calling the upset.
All right. NFC South game. Panthers and Saints. I got Saints.
Same.
All right. Packers at Texans.
Packers.
All right. Packers also. Browns and Bengals. I'm going to say Bengals.
Bengals. Even though they're right. I don't know.
I got
Bengals.
There's a little bit of turmoil going on with Cleveland right now. And I think the Bengals are looking to try to figure out whatever the fuck they got going on. Joe Burrow's still working. He's still working out the kinks. Lions and Falcons.
Falcons.
Lions.
Okay. All right.
Oh, say don't argue me, Doc. Bucs and Raiders.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Raiders.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the Raiders with that one.
Nobody picks Brady. Interesting. I thought you picked the Bucs.
Why?
I
got Raiders.
mean, it's a close pick. I mean,
Tank Bowl.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the next game.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Next game is.
I got Chargers.
I don't care. Jaguars.
All right. Niners and Patriots. I think Cam Mouse is back. Patriots.
Is Cam back?
Yeah.
Patriots.
Chiefs and Broncos. Chiefs. Cardinals and Seahawks.
Cardinals.
Really? I got Seahawks.
Actually, never mind. Seahawks.
Oh,
I'll take that back.
I don't mind the pick. Bears and Rams.
That's gonna be good.
I'm going Bears.
Yeah.
I picked against the Bears last week, and I think I fucked up. Well, I think I lost.
Yeah, I got Bears.
I don't want to bet against them twice.
I got the Bears.
All right.
There you have it, folks.
All right. So there we go.
Please comment us with your team and tell us who you think is going to win.
Them games will be over, bro. Them games will be over.
Oh.
By the time they go, them games will be over. But what we are going to start doing once we set up the Patreon and Discord is we're going to have the picks. We're going to do our picks Wednesdays, and our Patreon subscribers can join in with us and do the picks. More information on that to come. All right, so let's get into the next piece of news in the NFL. Antonio Brown signs a 1-year deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is currently unavailable until Week 9 as he is still serving a 8-game suspension that carried over from last year. Pardon me. It is a small deal, slightly above the minimum, but he does have incentives in the deal, performance incentives, and so on and so forth. What do you think of the signing? What do you think of the?
I mean, I don't know. I guess whatever Tom Brady says will happen. I wonder whose call that was. I don't even think it was Tom Brady's.
Why not?
Yeah, you're right.
Why not?
Tom Brady's a winner first and foremost. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see. They already played together for one game, and if I remember correctly, it was actually a pretty good
If nothing
game.
else, it's gonna make Mike Evans' life a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know,
But I don't expect Antonio Brown to come out there and like destroying people either. He ain't played an NFL game in a while.
But he hasn't. But again, I mean, you got to think about who Brady has. Gronk. He's got Mike Evans. Now he's got Chris Goodwin as well. I think Chris Goodwin's been kind of hurt.
Yeah.
And now he's got AB. So I mean, he has options. So just you can say what you want about Antonio Brown not having played, but just his presence is, you know, I'm sure he's still been working out.
Oh yeah.
So
when's his first game?
He's eligible Week 9, which would be 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
So yeah, and they're 4-2, so they're currently leading the NFC South. So hell, I think it was a good
move. I mean, I think it would have been a good move for the Falcons to make, but whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking Falcons.
I don't know if you think he would want to go there.
Yeah. It's Atlanta.
I think only if he didn't have other suitors. Imagine me.
You think it would have been like the last pick?
Well, I'm saying if no one else wanted him. I mean, he was talking to Seattle first.
Right. I don't know what happened with that.
I think maybe Tampa Bay just pulled the trigger.
You think Seattle was like on the cusp, and then Tampa was just like, "Fuck it, come on."
Yeah,
that's possible.
Yeah,
that's possible.
So,
but 1 year deal. So I guess they're like, yeah, we'll test the waters, see how you hold up with TB12.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Like I said, he'll be eligible week 9. So I'm not sure who they play then, but I think I'm definitely sure they'll utilize him for sure. Let's go ahead and move to. I know you didn't watch this, but Michael Jordan had an interview that was actually from 2017 that was just recently posted. The Cigar Aficionado YouTube page posted this interview with Marvin Shanken and Michael Jordan, and it's about an hour long, more or less. And it's a pretty good interview, man. It was a wide range of topics. I mean, they talked about, they went from who people he looked up to when he was coming up. They talked about the GOAT conversation. Some of the more interesting comments that I got from the interview was the comment he made about social media and how he feels he doesn't know how he would have been able to handle social media. Knowing what you know about Michael Jordan today, how do you think he would have been revered in the social media era?
Hate it.
I agree.
He came around during the right era. I will say that.
Yeah.
He would have got killed.
Yeah.
They killed LeBron. He don't even be doing anything. Imagine Jordan.
Now, do you think that would have affected his performance as a player?
No. You think it would have?
To a degree, yeah.
I don't think
to a degree. Don't get me wrong. He still would be Michael Jordan, but when you don't have the same type of privacy that you can have to decompress and be something other than Michael Jordan, the basketball player, and then when you're asked about shit that's other, imagine them asking Michael Jordan about all this social justice shit when he just wants to play basketball. Like, as much as you want to separate it now, it's kind of hard to. What if Michael Jordan decides that instead of kneeling, he wants to stand up? What if instead of,
he definitely would have been a stand up nigga.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you just just think about things like that, and yes, he's mentally tough on the basketball court, but in his life outside of that, those things can carry over. So I do think it would have affected him to some degree. I mean, he's still, gonna be. Excuse me. I think he's still gonna be one of the best players who ever played, even in this era, for sure. Mm-hmm. But that stuff matters. Having a divorce being as public as it was then. I mean, imagine that now. Him having a divorce, him having things with the gambling. Imagine the legs the story would have got about his first retirement.
Oh my!
And allegations that there was going to be an investigation about his gambling.
Yeah.
That's something that's completely different. That may go forward in this era because they wouldn't let it go. And then he may have a different outcome. Yeah, nigga, stay playing baseball. Don't bring your ass back here because we still in your head.
That's true.
He was able to go away for a couple years and then come back, and they let that shit go. This age, they probably don't. Hey, welcome back. We gonna move forward with that investigation. You know what? I still like baseball. Never mind.
You know what? I think I'm gonna stick this one out.
Yeah. And then the other comment that he made was about the one that I thought was interesting was the way he feels about the GOAT conversation. He doesn't, according to him, and I guess you can tell me whether or not you think he's telling the truth. He doesn't think that there will ever really be a true GOAT because different people from different eras is just different. So he just doesn't think that that's a conversation that's I think you should have, because he mentioned Bill Russell. Bill Russell has 11 rings. I have 6, but we played in different eras. LeBron and I played in different eras. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I guess you can have a best of your era conversation, but a GOAT conversation, how could you ever really, according to him, how could you ever really confirm that? Because we never played each other.
Sure.
So that's what he said. I personally, while he is true, I don't think he really thinks that. I think he does think he's the GOAT.
Oh no, he just be acting on.
Which is why he did The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Otherwise, why would you make a documentary
about your last season?
Yeah.
As a bull.
Yeah.
Come on.
Even the first thing he said before the interview was, damn, you asked me about 1993. I don't remember too much. I know we won. That's what he said.
That's a wild.
That's how he started the interview.
That's a wild response.
That's how he started it. He said, I know we won. But that's, to me, as competitive as the stories have been about him, it's hard for me to believe that he would not. I think he just pretends to not care because he knows that the overwhelming majority of people put him in that category.
Right.
So for him, it's like I don't have to say it. People will say it for me. So, but other than that, there's other things he talks about in the interview, and I kind of like that the guy doesn't just spend the whole hour kissing his ass. Like that guy, they're having good conversations about just, his other business ventures, him, becoming an owner for a team, different things like that. And he talks briefly about his dad and stuff like that as well. So it is a pretty good interview, I think. And I'm not a cigar guy, but.
Pretty fine looking cigar.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, exactly.
Not a pretty fine looking cigar.
Not a cigar guy, but I guess if they're trying to sell something to me, then we'll use Michael Jordan. Forget shoes. No, leave your Jordans at home, boy. This here cigar. So, but yeah, man. That's pretty much it, man. So, pretty solid interview. I think you'll like it.
I'll check it out.
Ooh, Lordy, almost 2 hours.
Yeah, says the alarms.
Yeah, he was like, hey,
nigga.
Hey, man, we're wrapping it up, man. We're wrapping. Hey. Last week your mom called when I was cooking. This week this nigga got the alarm. Like, yo, hey. Wrap it up, B. We rapping. All right. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna be it for today's episode. Episode 32. Did I even say that? Nope. Episode 32 of the Pencil Pushers Project. That is going to be all for today. Once again, we do thank you guys for listening and tuning in. And if you check out the description of the episode, we will have the timestamps for specific topics that you can fast forward to and check out for your own. As always, we appreciate your support. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like the video, subscribe to the page, and comment on the videos, okay? The interaction is very much appreciated. If you are texting me, telling me what you think about a topic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stop texting me about
I don't
this
care.
podcast, man.
I don't care.
I'm with you on that.
Leave a comment. Well, that's not true. I do care. Let me not be ungrateful. But please leave a comment.
Leave it publicly.
Yes.
Don't be texting me about
because
how you
because if I want to clap back, I want to clap back publicly. So you don't get to you don't get to throw some smoke.
Somebody texts me, man, one-way flight wasn't even that good. I'm like, nigga, comment. Why are you texting me this?
Yeah, tell me that so I can get on your ass, nigga. So I can get on your ass, nigga.
I don't want to get on you through a text, nigga. I'm gonna call your name out.
Exactly. Put your name on it, Doc. Yeah, don't hide behind your phone number. Oh, and stop texting me. I voted already. Damn. These niggas be.
Did you vote already? I voted already too. Did you?
Yeah, these niggas over here nagging me about. Yeah, man, this is John Stevens from Stacey Abrams. Like, yo, my nigga, I voted. Like, bro, leave me alone. Shit. Yo, my cousin, she posted a letter they sent her, and I got the letter the same day. I was like, yo,
man, I voted and got more texts.
I was like, yo, man, we know that you voted, but what about your family, man? Like,
yo, that's what I get.
Yo, my nigga.
Yo, I texted back. They said, hey, this is blah, blah, blah. I said, I already voted. They be like, well, don't forget to tell your friends and tell them to go to the website, 1-800-VOTE-GO-VOTE. I'm like, shut the hell up. Like, leave me alone.
I'm gonna make some shit up, man. My daddy a felon. Oh, sorry to hear that. You have a good day, sir. Oh, sorry about that. Must have been that crime bill, huh? Yeah, nigga. I'm just talking shit. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be it for today's episode. Once again, Zay and myself, we are grateful for you guys watching. And you all have a great week. If you have not voted, please exercise your right. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for because that's none of my business, and that's no one else's business either. All right, vote for who you want to, but please definitely vote. And we are out of here. Anything else you want to say, brother?
Go vote.
All right, bet. Double down on that. All right, peace.